The time has come. We are just a couple of days away from rendezvousing with our new second home, the Villa Vie Residences Odyssey. It's the cruise ship on which we have purchased a cruise cabin, of course, and we wanted to give you a sense of what it's like to prepare to embark on this new adventure.
Yeah, we're really excited, but we have never gone away before this long. And of course, we've never been on the Odyssey before. So we're really having to be deliberate about how we get ready. We're of course locking the place up. We're leaving during winter. So we got to think about things like that because it gets cold in DC. We've got somebody watching the house, but I've also had to do things like take all the food out of the house, clean the refrigerator out, turn the ice maker off. Think about all of those things that you have to do if you're going to be gone for 6 months. So we've been doing that along with kind of taking care of ourselves. We've gotten dental checkups and doctor's appointments. We've got all our prescriptions filled for several months and got those in our carry-on bag. So there's a lot of things to do, and it's a little different when we're going this long.
Yeah, it's a long time, so we're having to pack a lot of suitcases. We have at least 4 of them, not even including our carry-on bags. And we're trying to put as much into those bags as possible because a lot of that stuff is going to stay on the ship because we own the cabin. Now, we're used to packing for long periods of time, but before it was like a month or maybe up to 3 months or so. This is going to be much longer than that. As Michael said, we may be there for at least 6 months this time, perhaps more. We'll have to see how that goes before we come back here. But we're going to be shipping a lot of stuff as well, so it's not just in our bags. Fortunately, the company is comping some of the shipping for us, which is great. So a lot of stuff is being shipped over there. And then we have a lot. So some of the weight we're having to pay for ourselves, which is totally fine because they comped the first, was it a couple of 100 pounds or so? Yeah. So that was great. But hopefully all of that will be waiting for us when we get there.
And we've also had to do things like get on the manifest. Of course, we're going to meet the ship in St. Lucia. So it's a secure vessel and the port's secure. So we actually had to work with the company to get on the manifest, the list of people that can get on the ship. And today we got our boarding passes, which was exciting. Super cool. So we're doing things like that along with making sure our passports are renewed. I got that done in record time. So we're really excited. And as we look ahead, we can't wait. We're looking forward to rendezvousing with all the people we've been talking to online and of course seeing various ways. So here we go. We're actually getting up at 3 a.m. for a 4 a.m. pickup for a 6 a.m. flight, and then we'll be heading down to St. Lucia. So let's roll.
Let's go.
Excited.
I'm starting to believe I can make a change in my reality. And the one I looked up to is no longer a thing I need in my life. I wish you well, I wish you peace. I hope that we'll find harmony.
It's been quite the journey. After 2 flights, an Uber ride, and a transfer that took 45 minutes to get to this resort, we are finally here and we are exhausted. Exhausted partially because of the journey, but mostly probably because we got 0 sleep last night. A lot of it was with anticipation, but also some of it was kind of anxiety and nerves.
Yeah, I mean, it's natural. We've committed to this. We're about to get on this ship for months and months. We've made this commitment. We've made this investment. And now we're about to get on a ship that we've only seen when it was in dry dock. And we're going to a room that we bought that we've never seen before. We've seen rooms like it, but we selected it because of the location, and we've never seen it. We're hoping that a lot of the things that have been bumping along, like any startup, and we've talked about that, are going to be okay. And it's one thing to understand that academically. It's another thing to experience that and, kind of go through the reality of that. All in all, we're very excited. I think I'm about 70% excited. about 20% sleep deprived and maybe 10% anxiety. But,
I'm 90% sleep deprived.
yeah. So anyway, tomorrow's the big day. We're spending the night here in St. Lucia, and then tomorrow we're going to get on the ship. So can't wait. Come along, and we'll see you there.
Before rendezvousing with the Odyssey, we actually stayed the night on St. Lucia, and we stayed in this hotel, and we liked it so much that we wanted to recommend it to you. It's called the Fondue Hotel. Fondue actually means Sweet Valley because it's located in this beautiful lush green valley, and it's an eco resort. And last night when we arrived, the attendant took us on a tour through the nature trail that runs through the property, and it's filled with all kinds of things to see. All these lush tropical plants. There's medicinal plants. There's plants that make cocoa, for chocolate. And there's even this unique plant here. You could see these really large fruit bowls that are created from the plant. And supposedly the locals use it for all kinds of things, from creating utensils and bowls to eat out of to even clothing. So it's a really cool place. It's very romantic. It includes breakfast. So if you find yourself in St. Lucia, come here.
So we just finished up breakfast here in San Lucia, and we were just talking about the fact that this is a moment. This is a transition in our lives. In about 2 hours, we're going to be boarding the Villa Vie, and we were just talking about how significant that is. So we're trying to soak it up. We're wondering about how things are going to be, and we're going to actually see the reality of it in a couple of hours. So we're really looking forward to it, but we're also very aware of what a big moment this is for us. We just got to the dock, and we're about to get on Ville Vie for the first time. So we're here in San Lucia, we're getting on board, and it went smoothly, so we're hoping it keeps going that way. We're super excited.
We are on the tender, headed to the ship. They were great in helping us with our luggage and checking us in. It went way more smoothly than even we thought was going to happen. So we're on the tender and headed there.
We're going to be on Villa Vie in just a few minutes. We can see it, so we're almost there.
It was really cool to spot the ship, by the way, as we were driving up in our taxi from up above. It was really cool to see. It's right next to this other beautiful ship.
And we even saw people outside, and thanks to Pat for helping me, my first friend on Villa Vie in real life, for helping with the luggage. Thanks, Pat.
Thanks, Pat. We're off the tender, and we are now officially our 4 feet
Yes.
are on the ship. We made it easily through security, and we're getting ready to be escorted to our room. So we have checked in, and now we've made our way to our cabin room, and we're going in for the first time. So you're seeing it for the first time as we're seeing it for the
You are
first time.
literally seeing it with us.
Yeah, so we don't know what to expect. We do think, we've shipped some things here, so it may be in the center of the room. We're not sure. We think the room has been prepared for us before we decorate it, of course, but we'll see what happens.
See it. All right, yep, got it. Thanks, Harry. All right, guys, come along. Oh, look.
Oh, look at you.
Came.
Yes.
It's cool in here.
It's
That was
cool
one
in
of
here.
my
Let me close the door.
The TV's where I want it. This
Oh, I
art-
like the location of the TV.
The
Yeah.
art is interesting, but I'll take it.
I like it.
The bed is on the right wall, right?
Yeah, we didn't even
That's a
ask for
great
it. I
spot.
love that.
We thought the carpet's new. We have an obstructed view, but it's still got a lot of light.
It's officially a partially
It's a partially obstructed view, which we were okay with because we wanted the 6th floor and we wanted this particular location. So that's why we got this. But we've got a nice light view, and I really like where the bed is, and the television's in a good spot. The artwork will have to, be worked on. The carpet's new. I'm digging this. We have a chair. How you feeling, Chris?
I'm feeling good because I see a place for my laptop that I think I'm going to have plenty of room to work there.
Closet is going to be tight, but we knew that. We have 1, 2 hanging on this side and 1 on this side. Now they've got these big hangers, so we're going to replace those with thinner ones. There's the refrigerator. And the bathroom. So we knew the bathroom's pretty much the same on all the ships. It's not big, but it reminds me totally of Azamara. This is an Azamara bathroom, pretty much. Actually, we have a little more cabinet space here. Oh, Chris, we've got medicine cabinets. Shower's okay. What do you think, man?
I am actually very pleasantly surprised.
It feels bigger, even with all the sliders.
That's exactly how I feel.
Much bigger than I thought it was going to be.
I can totally sleep here and then have all that space outside.
And we have a chair. And the TV's in the right spot, which we were concerned about it being in the wrong spot. I can dig this. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm happy.
All
I'm
right.
happy.
Well, y'all saw what we did. We're going to figure it out, but welcome to Cabin 6093, Michael and Chris's Villa Vie Odyssey.
Yes, and this is just the beginning because we're gonna trick this place out. We're gonna decorate.
It's gonna rock.
We'll show you in a future video what we have in mind.
See ya.